I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. Actually, I'm kidding. I'm John. And my kids for a while have been telling me that my kids at school, because I'm a teacher, have told me like you talk about food all the time. You should put your recipes up on a YouTube channel. So I'm gonna do my first one today, and this is gonna be an easy one. It's pasty pie. Now I've got a lot of people in my house, so I'm gonna do two. So I doubled everything, but if you wanted to cut this in half, you could easily just make one pie. And my idea is quick, easy, feed everybody, and I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, so this is how we do it. So here in the bowl we have about 3 pounds of equal pork and venison mix, and so pretty easy. I get about a handful of kosher salt. Hey, get that guy on there. And then let's be liberal with the pepper. All right. And we'll let that sit for just a minute. But over here, I have about 1 cup of rutabaga chopped and 2 cups of potatoes. I used red potatoes. Well, you can use whatever kind you like, but about that much. You don't want to have it, too overwhelming with potatoes. And then I have 2 about medium onions that I cut in half, because normally you chop those up, but watch this. We just put those in ye old ninja, and we'll do this the easy way. Oh, looky there. Onions are chopped, boss. So get those onions in there. All right, now we need our carrots. So my lovely assistant Addison is gonna come over here, and I did the same thing. We got the carrots. Actually, a lot of people like them chunky. We don't. We like ours finely, manilined, however you want to say it. But they're just finely done. So dump those in there, and that's about probably close to 1.5 cups. You let them kind of mix in with the onions and carrots because it's finer with the meat. And you got your salt and pepper in there. Toss that around. And again, mind you, this is 3 pounds and it's about half pork and half venison. You can use just regular hamburger if you want. A lot of people do that, but I like the pork. It's got some fat in it, and that mixes well with the lean venison. And we hunt, so we get a lot of either farm raised beef, or we get wild grain or wild grass fed venison. Once you figure you got that mixed around pretty good, I like to just put it in a little bigger bowl, so then I can mix the potatoes in and the rutabaga. And if you don't like rutabaga, you don't have to put it. You can just go with potatoes. But if you don't like rutabaga in your pasty, well, I mean, I think that's weird. But all right, and I preheated the oven to 350 because you're gonna do this for about an hour, and I'm just gonna kind of mix the potatoes and rutabaga together. I got them on one side or the other, so I want them to be about even, because again, I'm going to split this in half for 2 pies. Now you can roll out your own crust, and I do that often, but for the sake of time, because we're talking about making things fast, like we're in the middle of basketball season right now with my kids, and I've got 3 that are playing high school ball right now, so we gotta do things so that we can get them done and get them in the oven so people can eat and move on with their day. And that's what we're focusing on here. Later I'll do some more complicated stuff, but again, we're talking about lost some soldiers down in between the oven. I have to get them later. Now kind of let that sit for a second while you're getting your crust done. You don't want your potatoes and rutabaga sitting out too long because they'll start to brown, and you don't want that. So I decided, instead of making crusts, to go the $1.99 route. And you can get yourself just some regular pie crust from the store. These were nice and cheap, so this is easy. You get 2 per, so if you're gonna do 1 pie, obviously you do, just get 1 box. I like to give a little spray just so nothing sticks. And since I'm doing 2, it's real easy here to do both your bottoms at one time. So all you have to do really is unroll these, and this is why I like them, because it's easy. But if I'm gonna do like a big like sheet pan of these, like more like a casserole, that's when I'll make my own crust. But this is just real easy and fast. Now you just make sure you got your sides, gotta press to the sides real good, and then you can fill these with the filling. So, kind of take your hand, hey, there's about half. Get that in there. Lost some more soldiers. I guess that's why I do extra potatoes, because they're gonna end up half on the floor anyway. I was kind of looking for our little dog, because she usually hears that stuff and comes running. You just try to get the meat kind of even. If you wanted to do this totally vegetarian, you could, if you just wanted to do all veggies, and it's still pretty good. Now, once you have these things filled up pretty good, so they're gonna make a nice mound. They both look pretty even, so we'll call that good. And then all you have to do is put a little butter on top of them. I like to put a couple pats of butter in there, just because the commercial says give them all a pat of butter, and butter's delicious. So put a little bit in there, like maybe 3 tablespoons on each, and then that just adds a little extra flavor. I use salted butter, but you can use unsalted if you're kind of worried about your salt levels. Then, once you got that done, you open up your other box. Again, pretty easy. We'll try not to get it all over the place here. And unroll your other ones and you'll put them on top. Oh, look at that one. It's sticking. Gonna argue with me, and I don't have nails. So I'll just unroll it out. I was gonna have Addie help me on this portion, because she's usually a pretty good helper in the kitchen, but she disappeared. Alright, so after we get this other top on, we're gonna just crimp these a little bit, so it keeps all the stuff inside. You don't get any juice in your oven, and then it'll make a smoky mess. So we don't want to do that. So I just kind of tuck it in, just like putting the kids to bed. Here you go. Give you a kiss. And then you fold these guys in just a little bit. Instead I just use my fingers. I kind of crimp it. You can see how it just forms my fingers. It doesn't have to be pretty, but if you wanted to take a fork and, give it that nice look, you certainly can. You want a couple vent holes. Boom, 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 boom. Let's do 4 on each, so they vent a little bit. You're gonna put them in the oven, middle of rack. It's again 350, preheated already. Put them in there, and I'll let them cook for about 45 minutes like this on 350, and then they'll start to brown a little bit. You can always put tin foil on if you're afraid of them getting too brown, and then let them go maybe another 20 minutes beyond that, so about an hour and 5, hour and 10 minutes, and then you're ready to eat. So there you go, pasty pie, real easy, and I've done a bucket list thing. I'm gonna put a video on YouTube. Thanks for watching.